Hey guys. Oh hey, Poem of Exasperation.
Dohalim, I've been thinking about how you've been bringing together the refugees from Lenegus all by yourself. It's incredible.
Right? It sounds like you've got a lot to deal with, but I never hear you complaining. Way to go, man!
Each thoroughfare is a river. The aimless wanderers its flotsam. The rapids become deafening in their ceaseless roar.
What are you talking about? Is there a dangerous river in Pelesian or something?
No, that was Dohalim's somewhat idiosyncratic way of complaining.
Huh? Which part?
The deafening rapids represent the troubled voices of the people here. He has to listen to their woes every single day, so I suppose he must get tired after a while.
Okay. Though, to be honest, even with it explained, I'm still not sure I really get it.
My hand extended to carry any burden, receiving but pebbles.
He wants to help them solve their problems, so he listens to their concerns, but they only ever bring him small, trivial matters.
How did you get all of that?
Suspended outside your window, sunlight caught on sodden shadows. 'Tis no cause for shame.
Wow, it sounds so mysterious. What's this one about, Kisara?
In this case, the sodden shadows would be laundry. One of the Renans must have complained about wet clothing that some Danon hung out to dry. He's expressing the frustration he feels at having to listen to such petty grievances all the time.
Yes, your inferences are correct. As a man in my position, I find it difficult to speak my mind. Looking back, my achievements in Menancia truly would have been impossible were it not for your assistance. I find I am quite inadequate on my own.
Dohalim, you're a hard worker. You should be proud of that. I'd be glad to lend an ear to your complaints anytime.
Great courage is needed to travel the long road ahead. You, as ever, are my courage.
Dohalim? Yes. Let's continue to travel it together.
I don't think I need that one explained to me.
I still don't get it.
Sorry, I had to mute for a second. Rimmel's quest is here. We're not going to start that until we're
I hear a voice.
done with the quest.
Somebody's asking for help.
Yeah, they're going to have to wait a little bit
Hopefully
longer.
it's nothing that'll be too hard to deal with.
It does suck, though. There's no way to track all the Geigenzuggles, is there? Because I know one of them was near Cislodia, the Stormbringer bird.
Hey!
Excuse us, have you seen anyone suspicious recently?
Huh?
Also, it's hard to classify what is, like, a Geigenzugel. Like, did those Zuggles... I don't think those Zuggles in the mausoleum we fought for the ultimate weapons, I don't think those counted. Like, they're Geigenzuggles, but I don't think they count for the play record Zuggles. Anyone suspicious? I sure have. The upper floors are full of them. I see. But it's not as if they've actually done anything, have
That
they?
ain't funny.
Not in the last year, but have you forgotten what they did before that? No telling that they might get up to do in the future. And don't even get me started about all the folks in the other regions. Sending all their Renans to the city, only caring about their own damn safety. And just what are we supposed to do if all these Renans they've gathered here start an uprising? What then? I'm sure steps have been taken to prevent that.
I think you're lying.
I certainly hope so.
The people here must have a lot of anxiety and frustration.
Can't blame them for that, but it is still a difficult issue.
Yeah, it do be that way. Level 2. I don't know what we're gonna do with the Geigenzuggles. I'll try looking for them, but like I really don't wanna spend too much time. So what are these trophies? This is probably for clearing the game. Right? Probably cleared the game. Have 6 weapon types using Ryugola core fragments. I have no idea what that is. Every subquest. 12 subquests for the characters. We'll definitely get this one and probably this one too. What are these? Find portraits of every party member. Each drawing is brimming with sentiment? Guy from the highest place in the Keystone's whirlpool. Okay, you don't even need to clear all the arenas for a trophy. Alright, you know what then? I am most likely not going to do all the arenas on screen. If that's the case, I don't understand this portrait trophy. Maybe this one's in the final dungeon? This I have no idea how to get. Portraits of every party member? I mean, I would like to get all the trophies if it's doable. We don't need to do every arena challenge, we just need to do the ultimate of the party ones, so honestly, like, that one we'll definitely get. Lord Dohalim, when did you return? Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary as of late? It's not exactly that recent, but more and more people have been voicing grievances. Grievances with the current situation, how Renans must rely on Danans for survival.
Sure.
Yes, quite a few are wondering if we can't at least have the city to ourselves. Some say it would be easy for your lordship to grant that with but a single command. Enough. The era of one-sided rule by the Renans is over, but that does not mean we will be ruled by the Danans either. I understand, of course, but not everyone can accept that. She's got a point, though.
Seems a lot of the Renans still have high expectations for you as the last remaining lord.
It's been like this since the convergence. But living up to others' expectations is something I'm sure you can relate to.
Yeah, deeply.
What is this trophy called? I want to Google this trophy. If this trophy is doable, then I will try to get all the trophies for the playthrough. And that'll be my quota. Like, that doesn't necessarily mean we 100% the DLC, but that's, like, what really matters to me. Portraits of every party member. It's called Always on Her Mind.
Nausea lived here for a time, didn't she?
With her father, yeah. Though, it sounds like she was basically on her own.
And now she's alone again. By her own choice this time.
She'll
Let's
stay
find
that way if
every
we don't find
portrait.
her.
You're right. We can't turn our backs on her. We have to show her what being a good friend means.
Agreed.
Oh, okay. 5 of them are unlocked by completing the main story? Interesting. Oh, as we explore the expansion's final dungeon. Okay. So these are hidden, these are just scattered throughout the final dungeon. So I guess we'll worry about that later. I would like to try to get all the trophies though, if possible.
Huh? I think someone's calling out for us.
They could have something they need from you.
I'm not gonna like... Yeah, don't interrupt me. I'm not gonna like pull my hair out if I like don't get all the skits or don't get all the Geigen Zoogles. I'll try to find the Zoogles I know of, but I'm not gonna like go crazy if I don't. It's not a big deal. I did basically a lot of this DLC already. Hey, I know you. You're the Blazing Sword, aren't you? Did you come to drive out all the Renans? No, it doesn't look like it. You wouldn't be with a Renan Lord if that were the case. I'm gathering intel. Have you noticed anything odd recently? See anyone acting weird? Heard any rumors? Anything at all? Come to think of it, I don't know if he was up to no good or nothing, but I did see an old-looking fella. A Danon.
Sure.
That's right, there's lots of folks from all around these parts, but even so, he stood out like a sore thumb. He was weird and kinda awkward, you know. Who could they have been? If that's one of the people who abducted Faria, what could their end goal be? It doesn't matter. Right now we need to find out where they took her. Calm down, I know you're worried, but you're not acting like yourself. You're right. My concern has overcome my manners. Some time has passed, but I think we should check with Gagne. He may have learned something. Good idea. Happens to the best of us.
Dohalim sure seems on edge.
He's more worried than he lets on. We have to do what we can for him.
You don't have to tell me. Kidnapping is absolutely vile.
Alright, you know what? While we're here, let's see what this Rimwell quest is about. Give me a break. It's not like Danons can use magic. But that lady who's friends with the Blazing Sword could. Forget about it. It's impossible. Quit trying to act like a Renin. A Rimwell can, like, prove it to you.
Hey!
Whoa, easy there. No need to fight. It's the Blazing Sword and his lady friend. Hey, listen to this. I want to use astral arts just like you, but she keeps saying I can't. It's crazy talk, a Denon pretending to be a Renin. You shouldn't talk like that. She just looks at the Rimwell. No need to shame her. But it's not possible for Denons to use astral arts. I mean, even Renins. Hey, wait. She ran off. I thought I can get along with her. Or get along well with her. We were having a normal conversation and everything. I said that Danons might be able to use magic in the future and asked her to show me a trick. Then she suddenly got all angry and, well, you saw. I see. Seems like even there is a path to reconciliation between Denons and Redins is a long one. Can I still be friends with that girl? Or is it impossible because I'm Danon? I'm sure there's a way. You never know. It's possible she was angry about something else and doesn't care about who's Renin and Danon. Hey, do you have some kind of magic for that? To make her my friend? That's not how magic works. Magic doesn't work like that. That's what I thought. I guess it really is impossible for Denons and Renins to be friends. That's not true. Look, I'll find some way for you two to be friends. I mean, look at our group. You mean it? You promise? Thank you. I mean, Alphen's gonna marry a Renin. Oh, what am I gonna do now, Alphen? I got a little carried away there.
Alright.
The two of us will just have to find a way to make them friends. Glad you're on board. There's gotta be something we can do. I think our first move is finding the girl who stormed off. Friends someday. No, I want to do this other quest first.
That Renin girl seemed like she was hiding something.
Everyone has their secrets, even children.
For now, let's focus on finding her.
Someone may know where the girl went. We should try asking kids around town if they know anything.
Cool, cool. But first I want to do, this is Friends Someday, I want to do the other quests. I just wanted to see what they wanted from me. Do you have any leads? I may have something that will interest you. Can't say it's good news, though. Late in the night, some men were spotted transporting a large package out of town. It was dark and the witness didn't get a good look at the men, but they say the package was big enough to fit a person inside. The witness says the men were muttering something about the woods. Woods? Shinefall Woods would be the closest.
All right.
We should investigate. We finally have a lead. I also hope to avoid any unnecessary conflicts. I pray for a speedy solution to your problem. Thank you for your help.
Why would anyone be after Faria?
Maybe because she's important to Dohalim? It can't be a coincidence, right?
We'll know once we apprehend the culprits. Come on.
Alright, bet. Oh, how lovely. It's right near the fast travel.
Faria's somewhere in these woods.
I sure hope she's okay.
Look, someone's there.
Is that?
Doe, what are you doing here?
I should ask you the same thing. Have you gone mad? Running off on your own?
I wanted to avoid causing any trouble while you were away. Sorry.
Were the kidnappers the ones who hurt you?
Yeah, I tried to get Faria back, but I was too weak. I'm not as good as you.
She's still alive then?
There's no doubt about that. Doe, listen, the culprits...
I know. Avakir, you head back to Pelegion. Kisara, you're with me.
What was that just now?
It's rare to see Dohalim like this.
Yeah. His silence speaks volumes.
No time to dally. We need to act quickly.
Was there a Geigenzugal here? If there was, maybe I killed it. Again, I remember the one in Cislodia, but that's it. Unless there's like 2 in the final
How long has it
dungeon,
been since
but
I
I
last went
doubt
this
it.
hungry?
Or maybe the final dungeon ones do count?
It'll be a breeze.
Like not the final dungeon ones, the ones they fought in the mausoleum? Maybe they do count?
Not much longer to go.
Here's the real question, am I gonna get to level 100 in this playthrough? Because that ultimate challenge arena is level 100.
I have an endorsement from Zephyr.
No surprise there.
We're at 86 right now, it's definitely
Look what I just
doable.
found.
Probably, if the final dungeon enemies give me as much as I think they're gonna give.
There she is! Over there!
Faria! Faria, are you alright?
Do, is that you?
Lord Dohalim, what are you doing here?
Lord?
That's enough.
Do, be careful!
You would go so far as to disguise yourself as the very people you hate.
So you know. I'd expect no less from the great Lord Dohalim.
The abductors are Renans?
They slipped away with Faria and defeated Avakir when he gave pursuit. Though those two are not warriors, overcoming them would be no easy task for a Danon. They were attempting to frame Danons for the crime. My guess is they were trying to make me hate Danons as they do.
Precisely. But that's only because you won't do your damn job as our lord. Ever since we lost Lenegis, we've been living like prisoners. Yet you only preach reconciliation, neglecting your duty as our guardian.
How could you be so selfish?
I am still a guardian of the Renans, but that does not mean continuing our rule.
It's just our luck you'd come back on the very day we execute our plan. We may have failed, but there are others who see you as weak. You had better watch your back.
Do,
You succeeded at one thing. Your intent was to anger me. However, the focus of my anger is you. Any that harm my friends will be punished.
Dohalim, don't! If you give in to your anger, you will be no better than our enemies. Please, stand down.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Alphen had like a big rage moment where he just let out a pillar of fire.
You're right. His fate must not be decided by personal feelings. We will deliver him to Pelegion to face due process. Thank you, Kisara. You prevented me from making a grave mistake.
That's my job, after all.
That is true. I love that dynamic between them. They had a scene at the end of Arise where they exemplified that, and I was like, oh,
The criminals
dude.
have been turned over to the authorities.
Thank you, Kisara. That should be the end of the ordeal.
After all that, I just caused more trouble for you.
I'm glad the two of you are safe. That's all I can ask for.
Still, I have a feeling there's more trouble to come. There are still plenty of Renans and Danons who are unhappy with the way things are. I'll have to come up with other ways to keep things under control.
I'm counting on you. That reminds me, Avakir. I only learned of the kidnapping because Lentigar was concerned for your safety. You should learn to rely more on those around you.
Yes, you're right. I'll be sure to thank him.
We should let Ganya know the problem's been resolved, too. Let's go, Kisara.
Do,
Yes?
thank you. And... take care of yourself.
I appreciate the sentiment.
I think it's safe to rest here now.
What the heck? This is all for the friends someday text. Or quest. I said text. You mean that girl with the super weak astral energy, right? I know her. No one takes her serious. Renans only respect Renans with strong astral energy. Oh, so her astral energy is weak. I think I can see why she got so angry. I'm just gonna talk to all these people really quick, then go back to Gagne.